Hello students, now today we are going to solve the other section. So we have already solved part A section 1 and 2 and part B section 3. Now today we will solve section 4 and section 5. In section 4, question number 34 to 37, long answer, you will get 4 questions of 3 marks each. So total 12 marks section is there, in which one question will be from list, text, second question text file, then MySQL and stack. Now two internal choice has been given. So anywhere some internal choices can be there in this sample question paper, in text file and stack internal choices there. And the next section will be your section 5, 38 to 40, very large answer. So here you can see 3 questions of 5 marks, total 15 marks. 3 questions, one from network, one from MySQL and binary file. So we will solve now this section 4. So here in section 4, which type of questions are asked? Now these are your questions and the answers are also given, and I will open the question also. So you can see left hand side you are having your question paper given by CBSE, and this is the marking scheme, or I will open the marking scheme. Yes. No, this is your marking scheme. So let's see section 2 of B, that is descriptive. You can see here these are all 3 marks question. 4 questions will be there. Write a function L shift. Now these questions we have already solved in our list section. You can see the list video there. We have solved all the different list question. So the first question of section 2 of part B will be write a function L shift r comma n in Python which accepts a list r of number and n is numeric value by which all elements of the list are shifted to left. Now sample input data, they have given a list and a value of n, it can be any value, and output you can see 2 means 0, 1, 2. So from 30 all will be shifted to left and 10 and 20 will go at the end. So we have already solved it. In list video we have already solved it. You can see here this is the solution and here is your array, and when you are giving 3, then 3 elements are shifted here and this will come to the left. So even if you write here 2 as per the question paper, if you write here 2, then it will show here 2 elements 10 and 20 are shifted here. So this is your answer for this question. So the first question of section 2 is a list. Now the next question we will solve. So the next question is, I will simply minimize it. Yes. Now next question is the count of me and my words in story.txt. Now this is also very easy. We all know the steps. Always the first step is def and name of the function. If it is given here, then directly we will note down the name of the function, or you can write any name, then the parenthesis colon. And now since you have to count, for counting you can use here count equals to 0 or num equals to 0. And then you will open the file. Here story.txt file is given. So we will open in read mode. So here f equals to open story.txt comma r also will do read mode. Then we will read and we will split into words and then we will take one by one. So directly also some students are writing n equals to f dot read parenthesis dot split, or separately first read and then split. So it will read whole text and then it will split into words, give to m as list. Now from list we will extract one by one and we will use if to check here. If it is me or my, then it will simply add it. It will print also. If you want, you can print also there. It will add it because in the question it is written count the number of me and my. So here it will count, and the output also they will mention that count of me oblique my in file. So here at the end you will write print whatever they have written here. You will simply note down count of me oblique my in file, and then automatically this count or num, like we were using count equals to 0 and here we were writing count equals to count plus 1. So count we were writing. Now they have used num, so this is also correct. So this will be your second question. Now here an option is given, internal choice is given here. Now in this, write a function name is given, which should read each character of a text file, story.txt, should count and display the occurrence of alphabet A and M, including small cases A and M too. Now if any file is there, it will simply print at the output, it will print A or capital A or small a is this many, and it will simply count. So two counters we have to use. You can see the answer here. Same way you have to write, since it is a function, you will write here def, and the name of the function they will give you here in the question. So this name only you have to write. You don't write any other name. The name which is given in the question paper, that only you have to write. So we will write this name only. They have, by mistake, they have typed this answer. This I have opened the CBSE sample marking scheme. So you change the name to this. Now how to open the file in read mode, and then two counters they have used, A to count A and M to count M. Both will be initialized to 0. And then you will read, and after read you will use a for loop. You have done this. When you read it, it will whole file will be given to R. Whole story or whole paragraph will be given to R, and when you write for X in R, one by one character it is accessing. Now here directly we will write here, if X equals to A or A, no need to write 0 because it is not a word. So directly we can write here, if X equals to capital A or X equals to small a, then A plus 1, elif X equals to, because X is taking one by one character. So if you write here 0, it may show error here because it is a character here, single character, and then it will count A and M and it will display here. So this is the second answer. Now the third question is a SQL table is given to you. This all questions are of 3 marks, and 2 table is given to you, and they have used here some select query. That means you have to write the output of this. So now the first one is group by department of teacher table. So you will come to teacher table, you will group by department. So all the departments you will group. So this is your teacher table. All the departments with computer science together, history, maths, all together you will group by, and then you will count how many are there. So you can see the output also here. Normally when we are writing the output, after select query, whatever is written we will write here, and then we will draw the table. And under department, if it is grouped by, then once we will write all the departments, and how many are there you will count, and you will write it in this table, how many history, how many computer, and how many math departments are there. So this is over. The next one is maximum date of joining and minimum date of joining. So this is very easy. Only you will write here max date of joining and here min date of joining, and just below that you will write, see here, maximum date of joining will be in 18. So last one will be max, and minimum date of joining will be 2008 3 March. So 24, this will be below 2007 is also there. Yes. So 5/9/2007. So you can see here the answer is also given. Maximum date of joining is 2018. Minimum date of joining. If the years are same, then you will see the month and then the date. So here, since the years are different, only 2018 one date is there. So directly we can find out. So these are easy questions. Output only you have to write. Next will be select teacher name, then teacher department, posting place from. Now 2 table, teacher and posting, 2 tables are there, where you have to join the 2 tables using department name. So department name history with history, like this we will join it, and posting place equals to Delhi. So you can see here the posting place equals to Delhi means which department? Only computer science department. So we will come and computer science name, department and place, three things we have to write. So name will be different from that table. Department is same, computer science. So directly you can see here the output in department computer science in place Delhi, and name computer science name you have to collect from here Jugal and Shivom. You can see here this computer science Shivom and Jugal. These two names you have to write. Okay, so I think output simply if you practice once. So this is a join query and these one group by, one aggregate function and one join. So 3 queries output will be asked in exam. Now the next one is stack, push or pop. So this also while doing list we have solved it. So in this stack we will use append to add a new item, and pop we will use pop to delete a last item. So here list we will take and one list will be passed. You can see the name of the list is ARR array R. Now here one by one element we will take and we will divide it by 5, and if it is divisible by 5 then we will store it. So already we have solved this question. So here you can see this question is already solved here. In the previous video we have solved this. So this was given in the question paper. We have to push in stack, as empty stack we have taken to push in it, and then one by one we will divide that element. So here list we have already done how to access an element of a list, and we will divide it by 5. If it is divisible we will append the value, and this is used for output. So this is to display the output. So here you can write also that to show the output after appending, after adding, after pushing. Yes, so I'm not using print here, I am using here hash. How to display the output of the stack, output of stack, or you can write here using print command after appending, the final output is this. So this is for push, and the next question was for pop. So here you can see the next question here for pop. Now pop also we have written here, this is for pop. So in pop what we have to do, simply we have to delete the last element. So this is one method, that if the list is empty, if the stack is empty, then it will show underflow, and else it will delete the last element. The second method which we were using in our programs was this. If it is empty, it is showing last element, or the pop element, normally pop without index will always store the last element. Now in D we have stored, and the deleted element is 5, and after deletion you can see the final stack. The stack actually was 1 2 3 4 5, and after deleting the last element, because stack is LIFO, last in first out, the last one will be deleted first. So here the 5 will be deleted, and so this will be the output. So this is also correct, and CBSE answer sheet this is given, so this is also correct. So which element is deleted, only that is displayed here. So you can write any one of this. So this is your section 4 of B, that is 4 questions, list, text file, MySQL, stack. Clear? So you solve it nicely, all these 4 questions. Now the last video will have this 3 questions. Then all the videos I will join, and connectively I will give you all the videos of this. So I think you have understood this. So thank you. Have a nice day. Go through the question. If you have any doubt, write in the comment section.